doing? It's Lee with Lee's Trees, and welcome. I'm using a slightly different camera angle today. I've got you sort of looking over my right shoulder here. I've also got a new camera that I'm filming with, and hopefully this is all going to come in. When I was doing some test work, this microphone wasn't picking up that good, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Today we're going to work on this Lilliput Jade and put it in this little pot I picked up a couple months ago from, I believe it's Maples and More, locally, or in Burnsville. I've did a video about them before. I picked up a pot from them. And so again, it's a little Lilliput. We're going to do a little style and cut and repot on it. So let's get started with that. Let's see, okay. I'm liking to see all those roots. And I do want to mention that this is one of the original cuttings that I got last year or the year before from Tom, Bonsai with Tom, formerly Coffee and Bonsai with Tom. He sent me some cuttings, and this is one of the ones I got from him. So, get that loosened up a little bit better here in a moment. Okay, we are going to have to do some root pruning here. Okay, so this root, let me make sure I'm still in the camera frame there. Good, okay. So as you can see, that root is twisting back on itself. It does come almost straight out right there, and there's a couple little roots coming out there, so we're going to cut that off. That big one there, I think I'm going to take the whole thing off so that it'll sit a little bit better in the pot. I think I'm going to keep that big one out in the back. It's got another smaller one coming off the side of it there. I can take off. Get a little more of the soil off. And let's see here. I will be planting it at a slightly different angle. And I think for now, actually, wait a minute. No, there's a root down there that comes and makes a quick twist and turn. Not sure how well you can see that with that new camera, but it was basically doing a complete 90-degree turn and going back underneath of itself there. But that actually makes that sit nice and flat. put some screen in the bottom of my pot there. And we're going to give it a quick turn. I knew that there was a little flaw on it on one side here. There's like a little dimple right there. So we'll put that in the back. And so this will be our front, and it doesn't seem to have any major flaws to it. Looks really nice. Grab a little bit of soil here. And this is the Akadama pumice and lava mixture. Actually, I am going to want to put that back in there. Oops, careful. Grab one small tiny piece of wire because I do want to wire this in. Oh. And I just pulled my screen out. I pulled too hard. I might need to have a stronger piece of wire on my screen if I'm going to try to wire that in. Should have thought of that. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, we're back. We have a thicker, heavier piece of wire to hold the screen in so that we can have this piece of wire here to help tie our tree in. Again, there's our little dimple in the back, so there's our front. Soil in there. And the question is, how do we tie this in here the best? I'm almost wishing maybe I could spin that a tiny bit. Let's see. If I can spin it a tiny bit more. Underneath there. That brings the wires more closer to that big root right there so that we can tie down onto it. And since I have those wires so long, let's go ahead and get that out of our way. Again, hopefully you can hear me. Be careful, don't want to get any of the roots tied up in there. Too bad. Oops. That ended up breaking off. And that's okay. And I know it's winter and this isn't really the best time of year. However, I have been keeping these indoors, of course, to keep them protected. There we go. That tightened down nice. And I don't have too many roots caught up in it. Grab this little piece of wire here. Okay. And give that a poke or two. And I don't know if it's coming through on the camera. I'll try to bring it in close. I don't know how well this is going to focus. But for a Lilliput and for such a small tree, this bark is really rough right there. It's really got a lot of texture to it. So I've been trying to be careful with it. Looks like I have a little root sticking up right there. I can grab just a tiny bit more. Soil there for that. Alright, now for the design of the tree. You have this great big branch in the front. That's our root scissors. Have our tiny little blue scissors that we save for our portulacarias. I'm going to take this big branch off right there. I'm actually going to go ahead and take this off here. And that's my basic design of the trees. It's going to be one of those that goes out and then comes back this way with a little branch down here. And I'm going to go ahead and take those off. And I like also this little branch naturally has that little sweep to it. So we're going to leave that and go ahead and take off the tiny ones there that are in the way. And so there's our basic design of our Lilliput. Let me. So that's my front. That'll be your left side, the back, the right side, and back to the front. Again, because this is a jade, we won't water it for a couple days since we cut those roots. We're going to let that, where we cut them, dry out before we water it again. Then, of course, take care of it as in any normal jade and just let it continue to grow and see how it fills in. Set this off to the side for a moment. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, I have so many jade cuttings that normally I wouldn't save these. However, because this is a Lilliput and not a normal jade, we're going to go ahead and root these. And we've got this soil here, and while yes, it is slightly damp, I don't believe it's enough to cause the trunks to start to rot any. Got a few of the loose roots there. Those aren't going to hurt anything. Stick those in there. And oops, I think that one's not going to root no matter what. Those are kind of, actually that's got a pretty big branch piece to it. So we'll see what it does. Almost like a little raft. And then that one, we'll take that little piece off. Here, let's use our chopstick and get us a hole. There we go. I've noticed if I pack that in there, it seems to root better than if I just stick it in and the soil is loose. Definitely having the soil packed up against the trunk helps with the rooting process. Okay, so again, we've got a nice little Lilliput started, little Jade Bonsai. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you.